Glad to have you with us from Bloomington, Indiana, Memorial Stadium. Two behemoth conferences, bragging rights at stake, the SEC versus the Big Ten. It's the Florida Gators and the Indiana Hoosiers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Here in Bloomington, fans are celebrating a national championship, but they understand this is a new season. The fans were insane last year. Memorial Stadium was the best it's ever been. Can they keep that home energy and that hype rocking and rolling here to get this season started? Curt Cignetti hopes so. He's rebuilding and reloading, and he knows the fans have his back. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. And the Gators ready to kick it away first. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. So the Indiana Hoosiers offense will be first on the attack. And here are the guys who make it go. Just an outstanding offensive line.
And, man, it was so impressive to watch the greatest turnaround in all of college football history. It had a lot to do with the offensive line, right? Guys that got on guys that communicated. They were so well coached up front. So, Palmer, a couple of new faces, but some familiar faces as well. Can they build that continuity and be a squad again that leads them to the promised land?
Well, they still have that identity up front, right? I know so much of the attention last year went to their Heisman winner at quarterback and Fernando Mendoza. And the offensive line is, I think, a big part of his success, and rightfully so. They did a great job in the run game. They did a great job keeping the quarterback upright. They're still so talented, and that's going to be the key to their success and finding out whether they can repeat as national champions.
Trying to beat him to the corner on the right. Hit and dropped in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Defense doing everything right on this drive. They started off in really good field position. They created negative plays, and they're going to get off the field here very, very quickly. That was about as good as you can do without taking the ball away.
Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. So the Florida Gators offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And now we take our first look at the explosive veteran Aaron Singleton. And you get the idea that he'll be keeping an eye on the kind of day his counterpart is having for their offense.
Man, I've been waiting for this game for a long time, Reese, after everything you just said. Do not blink, do not go to the bathroom, because both of these offenses can score quickly. These passing attacks are two of the most dangerous in the entire country, and it's always fun when you get to this first game now, because it's one thing to do it in practice, but you can't wait to get out and finally do it against a live defense. And when you've got quarterback play and you've got weapons catching the ball like these offenses have, boy, oh boy, you know it's just going to be exciting.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
4th down and 1, and they'll go for it. Needs it. They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks, and the 4th down decision pays off big time. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting him know it's going to be a long day. Handoff for ball. Enough to move the chains. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down.
And, David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big 1st down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
Yeah, and they got a chance to respond, and the crowd hopefully can get behind them and get back in it. The defense has got to do a better job. We got to stop the run. They got to tackle, get more hats to the football. This will be a challenge. They're going to run the football. They better be man enough to stop it.
They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on 3rd and long. Snags it over the middle. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. That is the senior linebacker who's been shaken up. Holly Rowe will give us an update on his condition. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Keep it on the ground. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Plows his way ahead. And he's in. Touchdown, Gators.
Well, the offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They just finished off a 53-yard scoring drive and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. The Hoosiers offense all set and ready to crank things up. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Nose tackles in those 3-4 defense are usually space eaters that just make sure guys don't get to linebackers. This guy said, no, sir. I'm a nose tackle with some pass rush ability. Gets to the quarterback. How about the sack from the big nose tackle?
The Hoosiers now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Moving the pocket, it's Hoover. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
Well, this offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack, 1st down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
He works his way to the 21-yard line. Not enough to pick up the 1st down. And the Hoosiers line up to punt it away. That first punt was a beauty. They'd take another one just like it. Fields the punt. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Gives it. And they get to him early, and he'll be knocked down for a loss of 4.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
They'll run it on the counter. Pull to the ground.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
Incomplete. What a fight for that one in midair, but neither guy could come down with it.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a grab past the marker. Runs through a man, and he might have some space. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that fourth down. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Here's a give the ball. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Wide receiver comes in motion. Run in the red zone. It's ball. Not a lot there. Picks up one inside the 20 to the 19. Big third down in the red zone, and this crowd is getting behind this defense. Drives inside. There's a crease. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8. The Gators will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Trying to barge their way in. Driven back.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of the bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next third down, try to force the opponent into a field goal. That's a win if you're on defense.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. Looking to the end zone. It's incomplete.
And it's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida. He got it beat down in bounds.
And a lot of times when you get down here in the red zone, man, it's players, not plays. Finding your individual matchups that you feel very confident in. And I'm not surprised they went to their go-to wide receiver. And I'm also not surprised that he won on the outside and got the touchdown.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. And the extra point makes it 14-0. It looks as if we have an injured Hoosier at the end of that play. That is the freshman defensive end that they're very excited about. They're hoping that he's able to return to the game shortly. From inside his own 15, looking for room. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14.
Go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down.
My defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
From the gun, it's Richard. And he could not get loose on the run.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Looking downfield, it's Hoover. Right side, it's Preston. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. The Hoosiers will call on their punt team. He'll try to really get into this one. Looks it in. Slips through the line. Made a defender miss. What a return there. Found a little running room and put his team in great position. Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly...
A lot of room to the right. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Gators!
They have been road warriors here in this game, coming into a tough environment, but in all three phases, they have been absolutely dominant. Their defense is not allowed a point, and the offense is going up and down the field, and they score another touchdown here before the end of the first half.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. And he'll be stopped. Return gets it out across the 25, stopped at the 26. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Back to throw, it's Hoover. Got it in the middle, it's Preston. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Passing game kept the drive moving. Here's first down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Becker. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Second and long here. They'll go to the air. Got a man. It's shot. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. And the Hoosiers want to crank the tempo. Wants to throw it. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
You can just start to sense the frustration building for this offense after that incompletion. Right now, setting up fourth down. They haven't yet scored a touchdown. They just can't find a rhythm in this game. Obviously, the defense, the big reason for that. But if this offense wants a chance to win, they have got to start stringing some completions together and get this quarterback in a better rhythm.
They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. Wide receiver going in motion. And down he goes back at the 3.
As an offense, you've got to know at this part of the field, deep in your own end, you have got to do a better job in pass pro if you're going to call a pass play at this juncture in the game. Not good enough.
The Hoosiers take their first timeout. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big third down coming up.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Has to let this one go off his back foot. Oh, he can't hang on. That one was nearly picked off. Instead, he'll force a fourth down.
Well, the offense is trying to throw for it in their own end on third down, and
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised. They're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth down. Snaps on fourth down. Throws to the wideout. Picked off. What a play to set him up. What a nice play on the pick. Didn't find much running room. They'll let it slide. They've got it at the 29.
man, these defenders practice this all week long. It's locating the football with your eyes. Great job being in position, but also, how about getting your head around and locating the ball in the air so you can go up, pick it off for the defense.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Looking to pass, it's Hoover. Here comes the heat. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. They'll need a bunch on second down. Hits inside, it's Richard. Tried to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them, because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. He's going to try to punch one through from 45 yards away. He gets a hand on it. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
This quarterback is living dangerously now. He threw a pick earlier in the game, and he almost threw another one right there. These windows are tight. He's got to be really good with his decision-making.
Still on his feet at the 45. Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down. As the Gators head for the locker room by the watchful eye of that Bull Gator head, let's check in with Kevin Connors at the half.
Guys, don't tell me it's a basketball town when we've had a first half like that there in Bloomington. What a first half for that superstar back. He's already over 100 yards today, and he's done it with tough physical running, but also elusive speed. And that combination has his team 2 quarters away from a nice win. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Memorial Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. He'll put total leather and get this second half started. On the move from inside his 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Selling the fake. Fires to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Wilson. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the third quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. And this play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen, you're the quarterback. You're happy to oblige. When you've got the playmakers you have offensively, just keep chucking it.
Spins away from one. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
The Gators with the 1st and 10. Trying to run, it's ball. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Finds a crease, it's Pryor. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get...
Got some room, entered the goal line. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. And the Gators trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to run with ball. Knocked down immediately.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Finding it tough to make positive yardage now. 3rd and goal from the 2. Power ahead. He'll be stopped right there. They kept it on the ground on 3rd and goal, and it did not pay off.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on downs. This offense is so deep, it's teetering on the edge of a safety. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right.
For a wide receiver screen to work, you've got to have better blocking out in front by other receivers, and they're just not physical enough at the point on that last play.
Long way to go on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Hoover. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. When you've already sent your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. Rush is on, and trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
Well, you can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. We're in the late in the 3rd quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive, and they've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game. But the defense knows it. It's going to be really hard for this quarterback now. The windows are going to be small like it was that time throwing the incompletion.
Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On 1st down, finding positive yards.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. Out wide right, it's Brown. And he stopped, brought down at the 18. It'll be enough for the 1st down.
And I'm not surprised by this QB, man. He's picking up where he left off, right? They've built a cushion, built a lead, struggling to stop the passing game, keep pushing the ball down the field. He's making the right reads, and this offense is in a groove.
Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. Maybe got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Florida. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. If you want to know how to reach this guy, just send his mail to the end zone. That's where he lives.
He definitely is today. And I think the defense has to be getting a little sick and tired of the same guy beating them time and time again.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And it was capped off with an impressive 18-yard touchdown run. From inside the 15, here's the return. He's tackled, brought down right at the 25-yard line on the return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Sells to run, looking to pass. Rush right in his face. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
What a great play by the defensive tackle. Look, sacks aren't just for very athletic, long defensive ends. These D tackles, man, they use their strength. They push linemen back in the pocket, collapse it, and come away with the sack.
The Hoosiers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking for a man. It's Hoover. Got it behind the line. It's Richard. Makes the grab and down immediately. He picks up a few.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And everybody in the stadium knew that was going to be a pass, right, guys? I mean, it's 3rd down. You're trailing by so many points right now, and the defense is just smelling blood in the water. They're like sharks out there right now, getting after the quarterback. They've been doing that all game, by the way, and that's a trend that looks like it's just simply going to continue.
And the Hoosiers send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Making his first move. Makes a move. Makes the tackle really strong, disciplined job, and now we have 1 period to play. We've reached the break. It's Florida with the lead. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. It's dropped after taking the hit.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Makes the tackle.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances, and that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Needs it here on 4th down. Right down the middle. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. The decision to go for it does not pan out. To the air, it's Hoover. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Right on target this time. He'll be forced out of bounds. Let's mark it at the 48-yard line as this offense continues its work. 3rd and short now from their own 48. From the gun, wants to pass. They're all over it. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Got to make the play on 4th. Oh, pressure's coming. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
What a big stop for this defense. In the second half, around midfield, you can set your offense up for success right here on this drive by getting that big 4th down stop.
Here comes the Gators offense ready to go on the attack. After their defense slammed the door shut, now the finishing touches can be put on this one. Oh, he should have had that one right in his hands, and he couldn't hang on. Typically, he makes that play. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Handoff for Ball. He's got the 1st down. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. Ball again. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown Gators. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. The kick is up and good and put 1 more on the lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the house call coming on the run from the 23. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. Running inside, it's Richard. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
3rd and long, a lot of ground to cover. To the air, it's Hoover. Got out of trouble and throws. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Touchdown, Florida. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score. On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. Indiana comes out ready to get this drive underway. The run inside. It's Richard. Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day.
I know a lot of people were thinking there was a chance this defense could contain one of the best running backs in all of college football. I don't know if anybody thought they would dominate him and completely shut him down the way they have. Negative rushing yards in the game for this guy. You cannot say enough just about how physical this defense has been, playing with a chip on their shoulder all game long to shut him down.
Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one. And the running game has gone in the wrong direction. The offense tries to turn it around and go forward on third down. Looking for a man. It's Hoover. Look out. And it's a sack.
And, man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and it makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
The Hoosiers will punt it away on fourth down. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He gets it away from his own end zone. Corrals it at the 45. On the sweet spin, and he's free. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. This offense has it with really good field position. Here's a give the ball. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
Both of these teams are high-caliber squads, but it sort of felt as if these guys had something to prove today, and, man, did they go out and do it.
Man, they proved it, and they proved they were better. They thought they were better coming in. We were talking to them. They had a lot of confidence. They said, we're not ranked as high as we should be, and now they just showed the whole world. This squad is for real. We're going to be discussing them in the playoffs in the future, and they made a statement today, Palmer.
Yeah, that's the thing, David. To me, after watching that absolute beatdown, you can't help but think to yourself, this is a college football playoff caliber team. If they play like that, moving forward, if they put their A game together in all 3 phases, this is a team we're going to be talking about very, very late in the season.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of